All right, we are back with another knife, well, two, from Poikilo Blade. This is the Tuna, and I have two different versions here. These are the pouches that you get with them. Very cool. There usually is a leather wrap. It's like a microfiber cloth, but it's a piece of leather. It's super cool. And a glow-in-the-dark sticker patch that goes on this side. This is just samples from them, so it doesn't have the patch. Actually, I think this other one, nope, it doesn't have the leather strap pouch either. But it does have this leather strap that can be pulled off and used as a lanyard, because some of their knives have lanyard holes, some have lanyard loops. So if you're into the lanyard thing, they've got you covered because it comes with something to use for that. So this is the Tuna model, if I didn't mention that already. When I met with Andy, one of the owners, for lunch a couple of weeks back now, he brought pretty much every model that they make. There's about 16 different models, and he brought them all so I could check them out, and I got to pick a couple. So I picked the Orca, which I've already done a video on, and I picked this Tuna. The carbon fiber one really spoke to me. Even when he just opened up the case and I saw it, I was kind of drawn to this one. And after handling them for a little while here at the house, I can tell you, I absolutely like the carbon fiber one better. However, I don't really love this model. So we'll talk about the knives first, and I'll tell you my opinions towards the end. So what we have here is the standard version 1 in carbon fiber for $350. And you have the standard version 2 in titanium with a mirror stonewash polish blade, I think they call it. This one has the dark stonewash, which I love this finish on this blade. This is the way to go for sure. The seams or the edges, the bevels are all kind of, the stonewashing process has made those more, less black. I'm drawing a blank here today. So I really like the look of that one better than this one. This one also is a bit more slippery in the hand. And for my hand, I feel like I really need to get a good grip with my pinky here on the pocket clip, or else it might go flying on deployment. So your mileage may vary, and I'm sure other people are going to say they love it and it's the absolute best knife in the world. It's not a bad knife, and I don't necessarily have an issue with it. My hand, it just doesn't work with well. The handles that kind of start here and go down smaller just aren't really my style. They feel a little bit funny in the hand for me. They do lock in, and I don't feel like I'm going to drop it. It just feels different to me. And then with this really wider spot here at the front, when I do go to grab the liner lock to release it, I feel like I need to stretch my thumb around more than normal. So it's just a little bit of an odd thing for my hands. Now, it's really hard, and I know a lot of people use glove sizes for their hands. I don't, because it depends on the glove. Sometimes I'm a medium large, sometimes I'm a large extra large, sometimes I'm a small medium. It just depends on the actual glove. So here I am holding a D-cell battery. This is universal size. Everybody knows what a D-cell battery is. And if you're not familiar with a D-cell, here's a double A. To give you some like real life size comparison, using a glove size, I just don't think that works, especially not for me. But the batteries are a known entity. I also use a Sharpie a lot. So here is just a standard black Sharpie. Just again, give you an idea on what that looks like in my hand to give you a better idea of what a knife is size-wise. All right, so what do we have here? We've got 4.5 inches closed. We've got 7 7/8 overall with a 3.39 inch blade from the tip of the scale to the tip of the blade. So because this scale goes up, your cutting edge is longer than the blade the way Dirk measures it at 3.57 inches. 0.017 behind the edge, both here and on the Tonto tip. It is flat ground all the way around, not a compound grind, just a little bit of a Tonto shape. Blade steel is M390. That's a Bowler M398. Sorry, it's not M390. It's Bowler's M398, which, well, I don't know. It's a little different than their M390 by a number of 8, whatever that means exactly. Previously, I think a year or two ago, I actually did a video where I talked more about that. I don't have those notes handy with me, so yeah, there you go. Weight, you weigh in at 4 ounces with the carbon fiber and 5.3 ounces with the titanium. Again, for reference, your D-cell battery comes in at 5 ounces. Okay? They do both run on bearings, and they are 0.569 in overall thickness minus the clip. So the standard one is 350. Standard 2 is 375. There is a Midtech version. Has the mirrored stonewash blade. This one, it has the mirrored stonewash blade. It has DLC coated scales and Zircuti clip and backspacer on the Midtech one. And that one will run you $550. Now, their website is up and running. There are pictures, specs, and everything on all the knives in their product line. I think it's really cool. They've done it in alphabetical order, so you can just scroll down and see what models you want. You can also check out my playlist that I'll put up in the corner at the end of the video, where at some point I will have all 16 models in there. Right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4. This might be 5, I think, going into my playlist. But the goal is, and I've talked with Andy, the owner, and we are working together to make that a reality so that I can see all of the models that they have currently, as well as any future models. Because he is local to me, I can just drive down, meet him, and away you go. Now, one of the things I do like is the thumb stud and the pivot are matching shapes. I think that's really cool. It's one little extra attention to detail. It's very cool. Now, this is a pivot collar because obviously you would not be able to turn this whole thing. So only the center part is going to turn. But I think it's a really cool execution of a pivot. And the way that it matches the thumb stud, I think is really cool. It's even pretty close in orientation with a point going almost straight up and another point almost straight up. So I think they kind of nailed that piece. So I think they're a cool up and coming company. They've been around, a year-ish, maybe 2 years, I think. And they really hit the scene hardcore in 2024, winning awards at Blade Show West and really making a splash. So I think it's really cool. They are their own OEM over in China. So that's also cool. A lot of the designs, they do work with some other designers and makers. So some are collaborations. Others are not. They are just their own designs. Andy here in the US and his partner in China. And I'm drawing a blank on his partner's name. I should have that down, but I've met Andy. I've hung out with Andy, and I met the owner at Blade Show West, the other owner, but I just don't remember his name. So, what are you going to do? There you go, Poikilo blades. Please go check out my playlist. They've got some cool stuff. Stay tuned because I will have more in 2025 as they roll out new ones and as I meet with Andy for lunch and we exchange these ones for different models. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourselves a fantastic day.